What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the We Want Florida podcast. Florida Panthers struggles are, I should say, the injuries are mounting. The struggle is real. And at the time of this recording, we are out of last place. We spent some time in last place, but we are out of last place. Hockey 500, 12, 12, and 2. Let's just go and say, how are we feeling as a 26-point team 26 games into the season?
Yeah, I mean, no other way to put it than it's been rough over these last few games, you have a huge we talked about it in the last podcast, even though that was a little bit ago, about how we had a bunch of games on home ice and it was time to get going and start winning those games. And they haven't done them. We haven't won those games. And it's not like we haven't even been playing the greatest of teams either. You lose to the Flyers, you lose to the Flames, you lose to a struggling Maple Leafs team at the time, even though obviously they're a good team. And then the Predators, who are a team you have to beat. So that's four straight losses. And I haven't been able to say, things like this in a while watching Florida Panthers hockey. So it's unprecedented and it's just been a struggle. But hopefully it gets better.
Yeah, it's been deflating for sure. You know, Uh, of course you want to win as many games as possible, and it's not realistic all the time, especially with the conditions that we're in. But man, especially when you're in the stadium, and I get to watch Nate freak out firsthand. It's funny for a little bit, but then you realize
I was at all three games and we lost all three games that I went to. I mean,
it's got to be those seats, though. That's the thing about it.
I got to change seats. I sat in the same seats for three games in a row and we lost. When I'm not sitting in those seats and I'm in the game, I'm undefeated this season. So next game, I'm not sitting in those seats.
So basically, it's your fault. Why are we even here? Why are we doing this
No,
podcast?
because
It's all your fault.
okay, it we are doing this Friday after the game last night to Nashville. If this would have been after the game on Tuesday, this would be a whole different podcast. Tuesday night, I was hot. I was like, I was ready. I don't want to say to like sell the whole team, but I was in one of those moods after the game to where it was like I was frustrated, and I mean I'm still frustrated. But here's my thing: is I get it that we're coming off two Stanley Cups. We've played technically more games than everybody, maybe except Edmonton. Just I don't know what the actual numbers are, but pretty much more than anybody in the league the last 3 years.
Well, we also went three times, so we did play more than
Yeah,
Edmonton.
more.
Yeah, over the 3 season span, yes, you're right. So I get that, and I get that guys are banged up, and but you have it's not like two of the biggest guys in Barkov and Kachuk are out. Cool. We've stressed the depth on this team, and I get it that some of those depth guys are also down, and that's fine. There's still six guys, the top, and they're not necessarily all on the top two lines, but you have Brad Marchand, Sam Reinhart, Carter Verhaeghe, Sam Bennett, Anton Lundell. Obviously, Luosterainen's been out. He's coming back. These guys are not good. I mean, they're not just average players. These are good to great players in Brad Marchand and Sam Reinhart. What's frustrating for me is that I feel like this team could still compete. And I guess you could argue that they are competing because it's not like they are 20 points behind everybody else. I mean, it's a good week or two away from being in a playoff spot with a couple other teams losing. But when things look the way that they do, and we heard it from Coach Maurice, we heard it from, I believe, Nico Mikola this week, that confidence is lacking. That's a big problem. And I'm concerned about that. And my question is, what is going to be, I shouldn't say what, who is going to be the guy? And I get that we have veteran guys, leadership, the locker room is tight. I'm not arguing any of that. Who is going to be the one player to step up? And I don't know what this could look like. Is it a fight? Is it a huge hit? Is it a, a, a goal? Like, I don't know what the play is to where the team looks at each other and goes, this guy's is putting it all on the line. That's what I'm waiting for. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I really have one guy specifically that I want to put it on, but I'll give you two guys, and I was gonna put one more in, but I'm gonna put two guys that are on the team that need just it's gotten to a point that you just have to we need more. We just need you and you know who it is. It's Carter Verhaeghe and Sam Bennett. They need to play better if they were gonna do anything this season. Those are two guys that have just Verhaeghe looks like he's heating up a little bit and he was out one of the games with the birth of his child, but those two guys are just they feel a little lost out there and like it's just not clicking. Like it just doesn't look the same. And especially Sam Bennett, like we just paid him. You just won the Conn Smythe. Barkov's out. We need you to step up and be an elite center for us, and it just hasn't been there. And so it's for me, it's those two guys. It's like if we're gonna go anywhere, they need to step their game up. And then obviously you just need players that are filling in, at least one of them to take a step from their game, do something. If it's not scoring a goal, it's a huge hit, a huge fight just to spark the team. So I think
But I'm
not
waiting
just
on.
it's not just one guy, it's a bunch of guys, but if I were to give you one or two, it's got to be Verhaeghe and Bennett.
Um, I don't know. Yeah, you could say what you want about, Verhage or whatever, but he's always kind of been a secondary guy, kind of in a sense to lean on. Bennett, he's had
Oh,
8 points in his last 8 games that he's played. I think he's heating up. The answer in my head is quite logical, honestly, and it's who the franchise is going to lead on until we die. We ride out with this guy. We're going to turn till late December when Matthew Tkachuk arrives, and that's going to be what is the defining moment of this season. It's either, we're struggling right now and we got to turn it around at least a little bit and whatever in hopes that we can scratch out of, completely being lost out of it. And then you get Matthew Tkachuk back. We know he's the hype man. We know he's, you know, the captain behind Barkov when, we know he's like one of the number one voices. We know he's the guy, clutch, this, that, spark, this. It's gonna be him. So am I essentially almost waiting until then? Yeah, I mean, we've had, not a big sample size, but we've had a sample size since the start of the season. And, obviously it doesn't look good and, you know, but it kind of is what it is in a sense of like, not to bash anybody, but when you have AJ Greer playing the second line, I don't know if he's ever played the second line in his life. He's not a second line player. It's not a thing. He's a fourth liner and he exceeds at the fourth line. Don't get me wrong. He's not a fourth liner. So in my
no, it's
head,
second line.
what
Yeah.
happened? Or he's not
No,
a second liner. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
you're right. You got me. But we just need to get people back. And honestly, getting Kachuk back it's gonna be
Okay, but here's the thing. Let's say, and we don't have a timeline. Let's just say Kachuk misses the month of December and he's ready for January 1st. We obviously have the game January 2nd, but let's say he misses the whole month of December. That's 13 more games. That leaves us with like 42 or 43 games left in this season. Let's say they go 500 these next 12, 13 games. They are at 38 points with 40 games to go. If you win all 40 of those games, you're at 118 points. Fine. If you win 20, half, if you stay 500, you're at 78. And then obviously if you go 30, 60, 88 points. If you go 30-10 on the back 40 games, we're not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Not with 88 points. I don't see it. I mean, obviously things are tight. Anything can happen. But look at the previous years. To me, and that's going 30-10. That's being generous. Matthew Tkachuk, I mean, he's good, but 30-10, he's going to bring a 500 team to 30-10. I don't see that. So this, like everybody, and I on TikTok and stuff, the comments, wait until Tkachuk comes back. Wait until Tkachuk comes back. I don't know if waiting until Tkachuk comes back is too long. That's how I feel about that. And yeah, of course he's going to add a spark and he's going to do this and do that, but if they don't find a way to win 9, 10 of these next 13, they could be out. And again, it's very early. It's halfway through the year. It would be 40 or high 30s to 40 games in. But I don't know. We'll have to see what the rest of the teams and the league does, obviously. But my point is, I feel like this roster right now is better than 500 hockey. And we could put ourselves in a very, very bad spot when Matthew Tkachuk comes back.
Yeah, I mean, also he's gonna be coming back off injury, maybe a little rusty. I don't know how much it's gonna be a huge help on and
Who
off the
knows
ice.
what we're gonna see from him though?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, no, I think we can't wait until then. It's got to happen now, and it would have been great to win these home games that you have, but it. I think the good thing is you look at it from a positive perspective, like. The whole Eastern Conference as a whole it's been a struggle, like at least in the Atlantic. Like I know some teams in the Metropolitan are looking good, like Carolina, but look, we're 5 points out of a playoff spot, and we're not playing Florida Panthers hockey. Montreal's third in the Atlantic with 31 points, and then we're 7 points out of a wild card spot. So it's right there. I mean, there's 56 games left. You're 5 points out. It's not a time to panic, but I think it's time to play better hockey. Like you can't just wait until the Winter Classic and then maybe Kachuk's rusty. Like you said, it's gonna be you have to win a lot of games to get there. So yeah, I mean it's time. You got to win tomorrow's game for sure.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, better start playing hockey. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm
You're the least
I'm
panicked.
Mr. Brightside about this. No, and it could be me just being naive. It really could. However, I the whole, Kachuk narrative, coming back in rusty, I don't buy it at all. He got hurt in Four Nations last year, came back in his first game, scored 2 goals. Like that's just him. That's just what he does. Like he's a gamer. He rises to the occasion every time. This is what the guy does. And he was still injured at the time and he scored 2 goals. Like this is just what the guy does. I mean, he was literally put on this planet to play hockey. I'm sure
Yeah.
of it. Like this is what he does. And regarding that spark you guys are talking about, dude, what is a better time than Mr. Panther himself? Well, okay, not Mr. Panther because Barkov. Sorry, Barkov. That's for you, buddy. That's on me. But secondary Mr. Panther to come back. That's the spark there. And
Yeah.
listen, I'm not saying like, let's duck under the desk and let's just wait until then and tap our feet. Yeah, no, absolutely. We have to play hockey now, Rick. We got
And
to play. But man, no, I feel like this is and that's the thing about like this is like
Mm.
when has this team caught fire this year? It hasn't.
no, they haven't.
We're due for it. Absolutely, we're due for
Yeah.
it. So listen, it's gonna come one way or the other. And I just feel like late December, Kachuk's gonna come back. He's a warrior. Even if he's not ready, he's gonna be like, all right, my team's struggling, put me in. And I feel like it's gonna be it's just gonna be good. It's gonna be a
He's gonna come
revelation.
back. If he
Yeah.
comes back and his first game is the four or not the Four Nations, the Winter Classic in those stupid uniforms, I'm gonna be
Bro, you
very,
literally said
very
the other day they
disappointed.
weren't even that bad.
They're if it wasn't for the yellow stripes in the arms, the yellow stripes in the arms ruins everything. Everything. But I'm not gonna get into a rant about
Yeah.
that because that's irrelevant to the situation. But that just so everybody knows how I feel about that. Um, back
Well,
to
so more on the Kachuk, like I 100% agree. I think he could absolutely come in here right away and change his team. And I think one thing, even if he's not the guy producing, he's gonna make everyone around him so much better with what, his IQ on the ice or just adding another player in there and what he's gonna do for a guy like Sam Bennett's game, I think will be huge because him they click on the ice. So, and obviously it just makes your team deeper and he's a superstar player. So I think,
that
listen,
way we can get Cunnin off this roster
All right,
because
relax,
let's
it,
relax.
let's not.
Let's.
okay.
But
Yeah.
look, as long as if we can put ourselves in striking distance before he comes back, and when he comes back, he starts to take this team and they get hot, they get rolling. E2 Lusterine comes back as well. Obviously, he's going to come back a little sooner, and guys like Gadjevich gets back in there. I mean, it's going to change the team. So you just got to get in the striking distance, and then we start rolling.
So being 5 points out, if we are 5 points out when Matthew Kachuk comes back and some of these guys, then okay,
Good.
we'll be good.
Huge.
It, I will be a lot calmer than what I am now. But I don't know. Maybe I guess I out of the three, I am Mr. Negative on here, but I don't
100%.
see, yeah, I don't see us being 5 points out unless something
It's
changes.
like it's
It,
like the three levels. You're like Mr. Negative, I'm Mr. Positive, and Austin's just Mr. Realist. It's just kind of like what
yeah.
it is, to be honest.
The thing is, we're right there. Like it's not like we're getting absolutely destroyed in these games. Like you play a team with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. That game was 4-3 until the empty netters. I mean, the Flyers game we're up what 2-0 at a point, or was that the Flames game? One of those games.
Both games, I
Yeah,
was
both
there
games.
2-0,
They
bang,
were the
bang
same
within the
game.
first 5 minutes. And I
Yeah.
looked and I turned and I said, on Friday's game, I said, this is going to be a complete rewind.
Yeah, they were the same game.
And it was the same thing. But keep going.
Yeah, and that's just that doesn't happen much in Florida Panthers hockey, blowing leads. So, I mean, they had a lead in those two games, and then the Predators, you go to overtime, they get a goal with the net not even being in like
That was
there.
unfortunate.
But so, I mean, Maple Leafs game was also 2-1 until an empty net goal went in or it might have been 3-1, but whatever. Like, it's not like we're getting blown out in these games. We're right there. We just gotta finish some things, and getting better, getting healthier will help that out.
And they've always played close games. I think they know that. They've acknowledged that. Here's what, and again, I'm not a hockey like game style play expert. I'm not a coach. I'm not sitting there watching and analyzing. No. But based on what I see, the fundamental style of hockey, and I get that it's not as higher level team as we were last year right now. I'm completely aware. The passing, the basic stuff is lacking to me. To me, if you're in the NHL, you should be able to skate the puck in the zone, make a pass to enter the zone. time after time they're struggling. There's a turnover at the blue line, just entering the zone, and it's turning into plays at the other end. And obviously, I don't know the what it's turning into goal wise. I'm not keeping up on that. I'm just saying it looks like some of the fundamental face offs, passing, puck possession is lacking. And with the team that we have right now, to me, those are the most important things, and that's why we're losing these games.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a great point. And I was actually just about to go in detail about listen to me about Kachuk again. But if you actually like realistically, and now I'm coming at this from a real point, like Austin, listen, if you actually realistically break this down, right? What does what does Kachuk do for the team? Well, he improves in all the things that we are currently struck. The power play right now is horrendous.
Yeah.
Okay, horrendous. Putting Kachuk back in front of the net on the power play, that's huge. That's step one already. Way drastic improvement. What is Kachuk good for? Is it his speed? Absolutely not. But what does he have good? His hands. His hands are great. His handles are great. Are we going to dump the puck in as much when Kachuk's back? I really don't think so. The guy's hands are gross. He's like our point guard. He sets everybody up. The passing's going to improve. Listen, everything that we've been struggling on, there's a reason why he is okay, if you don't want to say top 10, top 12 player in the world in hockey, there's a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, all
No.
these things that we are, struggling in right now, obviously there's two players missing, but getting one of them back is absolutely gigantic. So,
No,
I'm like definitely an optimist, and part of me feels like, I'm definitely naive about it, but the more and more I think about it, I'm like, bro, he's like the final piece. Not exactly because,
Yeah.
Barkov's still Barkov, but he is gonna be a huge piece to this team.
is this really like, when you get to the end of the puzzle and you have like 8 pieces left, and then you find one, and then they get easier and faster?
Yeah.
Is that kind of what you're
I love that. I
It's
love
good.
going
that.
towards
Yeah,
here?
absolutely.
It's
I
good.
love that.
All right. No, and I'm not discrediting what Matthew Kachuk brings to the team. And I've said this a few times already. I feel like we have a good enough team to be a little better than where we are. And yeah, Matthew Kachuk's going to help in all the areas. I just hope that we don't run out of time. And this is the team that we have. Hopefully, it, you know, there's been a lot of guys in and out. Uh,
I feel like we've kind of brushed by this one guy being injured. Like, obviously, we mentioned him, but I think the biggest thing that's really affecting the Panthers is Dmitry Kulikov
um,
being out.
that was my
I mean, we
next point.
can't figure out this third pairing for anything, and
No,
unfortunately, it's probably gonna have to be a trade because Kulikov's gonna be out like until we're not getting him back. Like we're getting Kachuk back. He's not coming back to the Barkov no-sec type timelines. Maybe a
no.
little before.
It's like February, isn't it?
I
Who
mean, it's still late, but
Kulikov.
is it? Why the hell
Yeah,
did
it's
my light
still
just?
late. Oh
I
goodness,
mean,
it's still late. But anyway,
I mean, I think you look at him and he's such an underrated player. The way he
oh
made
yeah,
OEL look so good, he made Nate Schmidt look so good. Those guys leave the Panthers, they're not the same players, and it's not just Kulikov, obviously, it's the whole team. But like that injury, right, is really affecting the Panthers right now.
no,
yeah,
I'm with you 100%. My words exactly were going to be I have discredited what Dmitry Kulikov does to
absolutely.
this team.
I think everybody in the Panthers fan base has. Everybody has. And Nosek too on the penalty kill. That's another one.
Penalty
Ugh.
kill has been good though. Lundell has been,
Yeah,
and
but
and that could be a big reason. And I said this, I don't even know. We've probably all said it, but I remember like maybe 2 or 3 podcast episodes ago, I said that we needed to stop taking so many penalties. And
Yeah.
again, when you take penalties and you have a guy like Lundell and Lucerainen who are great on the penalty kill, they're out there killing penalties, but these are also your power play guys.
Yeah.
So they're getting so much time on the ice that they don't have a chance to really produce on the power play. So limit these penalties that they're
Yeah, I
taking
mean, that's
and set these
it's a
guys
little
up.
hard to say because I mean, obviously every team wants to cut their penalties down, but I think the Panthers style is so aggressive, even in their best performances last year. They're taking a lot of penalties.
I don't even want to talk about last game. That was terrible.
But
But yeah,
Those calls
six
were
no,
penalties.
just
they have to be cut down for sure. But it's, I mean, that's something like that's what they're not trying to be in the penalty box. That's they're
Uh,
an aggressive team. But the thing is, like you said, like Lundell's a great penalty killer, Reinhardt's a great penalty killer. But then Nosek, Barkov, Lusterinen, all out. Those are three main guys killing penalties,
um,
and it's tough.
yes. So the special teams guys are putting in a lot of work, a lot of time, and I mean I get that they're not trying to be penalties, but like again, I'm not the one to judge what's a good penalty to take and a bad penalty to take, but um, just emphasize more, and I'm sure they do, and I'm just saying that take the good ones, take the ones that maybe prevent a goal or something like that, but these ones at center ice and it just I don't know, it's a little frustrating there, but again, it's just kind of tightening up the bolts and hopefully it happens sooner than later. I think it has to happen sooner than later. And we look ahead, and I know you said, Austin, you said a little bit ago, we got to win tomorrow. Tomorrow's against a Blue Jacket team that I think is in last place in the Metro, or if not, they're very close to it. But this group of games is a very, very tough stretch of games. You have an Islander team who maybe doesn't look the strongest on paper, but they're finding ways to win. Then you go to Utah. Then you go to the Avalanche, Stars, and Lightning. Those are three teams that are, hot, I mean, super, super hot.
Yeah.
First place, I think, what, maybe first place or second place
Well, yeah,
teams.
I mean, I'll tell you, the Avs are definitely in first.
well,
Avs are in first. They have two losses, two regulation losses.
what's scary is they're so hot, and the Islanders did the impossible and beat them the other day, and now I'm like, oh my goodness,
Yeah, so like,
we gotta play this team now. Jeez.
and then you go to the Kings, Hurricanes. Oh, sorry, Kings, Hurricanes, Blues, Hurricanes. I mean, this is a tough stretch. And then even beyond that, the
Yeah.
Lightning, the Capitals, like this is a tough month. And we're saying that if they lose half of the games, it is an uphill climb to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of this month looks like a gauntlet just looking at this.
It's
You got
a
you got the Hurricanes in there twice, you got the Lightning in there twice. But look, we didn't can take control of home ice in these last week against teams that are not as good. Now we're have to go on the road and steal some big games. And there's no better team in the league to win a big road game than the Florida Panthers, but it's not going to be easy. You got a lot of hard teams and you have to win these games, so we're about to find out what this season's going to look like.
it, I know, and I hate to keep using the term make or break because I feel like we keep
Yeah.
extending it, but nobody has
Yeah.
pulled away. Nobody's pulled away. So like,
Right.
yeah, this could have been a make or break trip if the Lightning and uh, Hurricanes, Capitals, like if all these teams like really took off, they haven't. So we've kind of been gifted an opportunity. Like this already could be almost out of reach. Like it could be a 10% chance if those teams caught fire. They haven't. We still have a shot. And I think that's probably what these guys want right now is an opportunity. And like I said, just grind, try to find ways to win, sharpen up some of the basics, and I think they're okay. Like I said, I think we have the team that can compete with these guys, and it's just got to be a spark. That they need a spark from somebody, and again, reiterating, I don't think they can wait for Matthew Kachuk. We'll see if nobody pulls away, and then we'll say, okay, they have a shot still, but we'll see how
Yeah.
that goes.
We haven't mentioned it yet, but I think one thing that's going to help this run, I think we're about to see some good goaltending. I think Bobrovsky's looking better in these last game against Predators in Maple Leafs. I thought he started to make some big saves. The games against the Flames, the Flyers, the goaltending wasn't good. In the Edmonton game, he got pulled. But I think a key to this run, if we can get Bob hot, and I think um Tarasov's playing. He's playing good. Like he's playing a good backup. He's playing good backup goalie. Like he's doing his
Yeah.
job. So I think Bob's about to get hot here and lead the
Bob
team.
looked fantastic in that last game. He
Yeah.
did. He looked great.
A little
And
help from
Big
Nikola.
saves. Oh, bro. That was a great play.
And the consistency of it too, and I don't think we've mentioned that word yet, is the problem is like even early on, I forget, I think it was maybe in the Maple Leafs game or couple game. I don't remember the exact game, but the first period, it looked like it was going to be 20-0 with a few of the
He
easy
gave up too
goals
early
too quick,
and then
and then
kept them
turned
in.
it on.
He
Like
kept us right in it the rest of the game.
kept us in it. So and another thing that's frustrating me is like there's glimmers of a high level play, and there's little stretches that they look really really good, and I think that's what's, who knows, maybe it's false hope,
Yeah.
but
I mean, it's just
that's what's gotten me.
the only thing is like, we always talk. He's 37 years old. No one's played more hockey than him over these last few years. So, I mean, we know this guy, how he works out. He's a dog, but I mean, you just wonder. And then you talk about like the defense not playing good as well, being part of it. So you wonder what the factors are in it. But I think he'll start to get going and show us some Sergei Bobrovsky hockey
Yeah, I wouldn't want anybody else in between the pipes.
for sure.
And yeah, those chances that you're talking about, like I said before, there is going to be a time where this team catches fire and those are going to find the back of the net. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, it's going to happen. And it might even happen, which would be funny. It might even happen in the most like unsuspecting time possible. Like we're balling out versus like the Lightning and the Stars and the Avalanche. And we're like, oh yeah, look, here they are. All these chances are actually coming through and whatever. And like you never know. So,
You look at the expected numbers, and then they're way higher than what the actual numbers
exactly.
are.
But and we're going to catch fire.
Yeah,
It's going to happen.
Need some
I
puck
hope
luck.
you're right.
Need some puck
Need some puck luck.
One
I
more,
think that's go
yeah.
ahead.
One more point. Joe and I have talked about it a lot watching the Maple Leafs game the other night. We need to start scoring some goals from the back end. The defense needs to get going here. We're getting little contribution from them. I think, what was the stat, Joe? They're last in goals or second to last?
They're tied for second to last with goals. It's only behind. I don't know who was behind.
Forsling has
But-
one, Jones has a few, and Ekblad has one, and that's really it. So I think those guys need to start. If obviously like defense scoring is not something like that's super common, but when you have guys like Ekblad, Forsling, Jones, you like to see them, step up a little bit, go up on the ice, make an aggressive play, try to get a goal. And I think that would be huge because a lot of the third liners, fourth liners are out or are inexperienced.
Yep, would love to see that. I'm looking forward to the Sabrango Balinskis pairing. I think I said that about a month ago, and that I would like to see that. So I'm looking forward to that.
As long
Like
as
you
Petrie's
said,
not out there, you'll enjoy it.
never mind. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say it. But I am just, if Petrie and Cunnin are off the lineup, if we
All right.
lose every game, I'm okay.
Just stop it.
I'm okay.
That defenseman thing is real, and Kachuk, when he's front of the net, chaos. Defense, you'll find more goals from the defense. So
Yeah.
Yep.
So we need a spark. I think that's imminent, clear, and we still have a chance. That's all we can ask for.
absolutely.
We will see. This is a big stretch of games. Hopefully, we can come out on top, and in a couple weeks, still say that we're right in the hunt.
This isn't the panic podcast yet.
Yeah.
I was darn close. I was.
Yeah. Me
If
and
this was
me and
2
Austin
days
had
ago.
to. Me and Austin had to calm down Nate from like trading Verhage and trading.
He said he made a crazy take. He said fire Maurice or no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, stop.
strip Ekblad of his A.
That is closer than Fire Maurice, but
Well,
we'll
I
save
think
that for
anything
another
should be
day.
closer, honestly. At least Ekblad's still on the team after that.
All right. I think that's a good way to end this.
For sure, with a laugh.
Until
Love to
next
see it.
time. Yeah, not many laughs, so to end on a laugh, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
We'll see you for the We Want Florida podcast. Let's go, Cats.